Of course, it starts pouring down rain when I want to start recording this freaking video. We are currently being hit by a storm. Good old legend thought he could record in between the rain, but yeah, not really.
Yo guys, my name is Legend and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, as some of you guys know, I'm going to be selling my R125 later this year, so I decided to ask you guys on Instagram what R125 videos you want to see before I sell it. And a lot of you guys asked me do a little walk around video, show us all the mods you've done to the bike. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to go over all of the mods in no particular order. But before we get into that, I just want to mention one small thing. As you guys know, I'm working on a PBR project and I decided I'm going to hold a raffle so you can win this bike. I will be giving away this bike once it's finished to one lucky winner. Are you interested in winning this bike or you just want some more information? Then feel free to visit the Legends Garage website for more information. Link will be in the description. So one of the first things I did when I got the bike was install my side bulbs. Why? Well, because it's just a really simple mod and it's cheap. I think I paid about 20 bucks for the side bulbs. They're white LEDs instead of the stock yellowy orangey ones. I think they look great. I think everybody with an R125 should do it just because it's so cheap and simple. Second mod I did, which I think looks so good on my bike, are my mirrors. These stock Yamaha mirrors are so big and bulky, I just had to get a nice pair of aftermarket ones. These are the race mirrors by Barracuda. I don't quite remember how much I paid for them, but I've had them on this bike for about 2 years. They still hold up great product, and I think they look awesome. Now, a lot of people ask me how functional they are. Well, they're less functional than the stock ones, but for me they work. Moving on to the next mod, my double bubble screen. I put a dark smoked double bubble screen on my Yamaha because I thought it looked really nice. But actually it is functional. You do notice a change on the highway, which is always nice. Next mod on the list, which is highly functional, is my phone mount by Ram Mounts. You guys see my phone on there almost in every video, I think. Probably one of the most useful mods I've put on my bike. It's so handy because I use my phone as GPS most of the time when I'm going somewhere, so definitely a must-have. Another great mod if you ride the whole year round, especially if you live in a country like Belgium where it gets pretty chilly in the winter. Heated grips. I cannot stand my fingers getting cold. When they get really cold, it just hurts. I lose feeling in my fingers, which is never great when you're on a motorcycle because I cannot really feel my front brake and my clutch lever, which is dangerous. A lot of people say heated gloves work better than heated grips, but these just work perfectly fine for me. And I also had a nice pair of gloves already before I bought these, so I wasn't really gonna spend more on heated gloves if I already had a nice pair. So that's why I went with the grips, and I'm happy I did. A really great mod. Then next on the list, a mod I get a lot of questions about are my Oranjee carbon fiber tank sliders and tail sliders. They were given to me by Oranjee, so big shout out to those guys over in England. If I'm not mistaken, it's so awesome that they support small YouTubers like that. I really rate that. But yeah, a lot of questions about those, like why are they on there, what do they do? Well, it's basically for when your bike falls over. You know, sometimes it happens, you drop your bike. Luckily I haven't dropped mine with the Oranjee sliders on there. But yeah, if you drop your bike, those are the first points of contact, the first points that hit the ground, your bar ends and your tank and your tail. So those just go over the areas that hit the ground first to protect those. Another great mod that Oranjee provided was my Fender Eliminator, which looks so good on this bike. Probably one of the best Fender Eliminator / tail tidy kits out there for the R125. Again, thank you to Oranjee for providing me the Fender Eliminator. I also got a taillight with integrated indicators, which looks really good, and they are certified, so it is legal for everybody wondering. I mean, the set I have is legal. I don't know where they're from because I took them from a different project bike I had, so I didn't buy them myself. Well, technically I did because I bought the project bike, but I stole the light off that, so I'm not sure which one. There doesn't say a brand name on there, I don't think, so I don't know where they came from. I also put a bigger battery in there, a heavier battery, because the heated grips do pull quite some power. With my stock battery, I had problems starting because the battery was draining really quick when I used the heated grips, so I just put an aftermarket battery in there, which was a little bit bulkier. I have not had that problem since. It's a battery by Motobed. I do really recommend them. They're really great products. I use them on my project bikes as well. Probably one of the best mods I've done to this bike were the tires. Really overlooked, but really important. I got aftermarket Bridgestone tires, S20 Evos, up to one size over the stock ones. They feel great. The stock Michelins were okay, but when it was cold and wet, they didn't always perform that well, so that's why I went with these Bridgestones. I've been using them for over a year, never had any problems with them, always had plenty of grip. And then the final mod, which was actually the first mod I've done to this bike, was the Black Widow exhaust. Probably the most famous piece on this bike. If you've ever heard my bike in real life, you know it is ridiculously loud, way too loud to be comfortable. It's pretty ignorant. Black Widow, in my opinion, is a great company. You get a lot of value out of your money if you buy Black Widow, in my opinion. I think my exhaust was 300 bucks for a full system. It's been on there for almost 3 years and it still looks as new. So I really recommend the Black Widow products. Maybe not the one I have, but because the one I have is just ridiculously loud. It's not road legal. I knew that when I bought it, but I didn't realize it was going to be this loud. But hey, it is what it is. And then last but not least, the frame sliders by Artimoto. Also an item provided by Artimoto. Shout out to Artimoto, thank you so much for supporting smaller YouTubers, really awesome of you guys. The frame sliders are awesome, they look so clean compared to the factory Yamaha ones. And I actually did drop my bike once while these were on there, but the frame sliders took the blow. There was not a single scratch anywhere on my bike, believe it or not. I think that was it, I think I got all of them. These are all the mods I've done. I actually was planning on doing some more, but since I'm selling this bike soon, I'm not gonna put any more money into it. I was going to get some aftermarket brake and clutch levers and some smaller stuff, but I never got around to it because, I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're on a budget. So this is where my little R125 build ends, I guess. The final stage of Legends Garage R125. I hope you did enjoy this video. All the links to all the products will be in the description below. If you have any suggestions on R125 videos you want me to make before I sell it, then let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.